G'day, and welcome to Small Steps Through Life. Today, we're at Pukeroa Bay Beach, and the topic for today is a continuation of the idea of how we think. We often get the idea that different people will think at least some degree similar to us. But as I said in a previous podcast, I don't think we do anywhere near as much as we might imagine. I think fundamentally we are the product both of our environment and our upbringing, and every decision point in our life means that we will take away something different from it. So by the time we're adults, we've had millions and millions of decision points that have shaped our thinking. And what this means is when we talk to people, we don't have as much common ground as we might imagine. Like my passions. My passions are different than my family's passions. Their passions are different than mine, and their passions are different from each other, even though we're from the same genetic material. So, if an upbringing that's similar and a genetic material is similar produces such diversity, why would we expect that other people would fundamentally just get us? And I don't think they will. I think that one of the things we need to look at when we talk to people is recognize that those differences are surprisingly large and make it harder to communicate ideas than we think. I was talking to somebody today and they were mentioning something they said to somebody else, and they were trying to work out why it bothered them. And when we looked at it, even though his idea was good, his wording could be taken two different ways. If they took it one way, the other person wouldn't have found any offence. However, if they took it a different way, which is possible, then it was something that might upset them. And it seems it did. Well, what we can learn from this is, even if we use the same words, we might not have the same meaning behind it. And if we don't have the same meaning, then we've got to be more descriptive in when we're trying to convey ideas. I tend to use a lot of illustrations. I want people to understand me, and so I tend to try to describe something and I try to relate it to them, which is one of the things that about a podcast is more difficult, because all you people out there have very different lives. You can't target everybody. I can't come up with an illustration that you all relate to. So I've got to try and come up with one that I think is common enough that you guys will think, I get it. Or you'll think, well, that's similar to something else that you know about. So with this challenge in mind, when you talk about your ideas, when you share your passions, when you have your projects, consider the fact that people are different and they may not get your idea. Don't take it that if they reject the idea, that they're rejecting your idea. What they might be rejecting is their perception of your idea. Sometimes what you can do is you can ask a question back. And the idea of the question is that you're trying to find out what they understood from what you said. And you might find that they actually didn't get the idea you're trying to convey. In which case you have this opportunity to give them a better illustration and possibly get across an idea that they hadn't considered and that they like. So we all think differently. There's a challenge in conveying ideas, which this affects, well, everything in life, because our needs are ideas, our wants are ideas, our passions are ideas. And if you want to get better, well, if you want more success in those things, consider that you're talking to somebody that may not fully get what you're thinking. Make sure that what you're saying is being understood as you were thinking it, not as what they might have thought you were meaning. Along with this is the idea that when we talk, what we should be doing is talking not to speak, but for the other person to hear our idea. So we're going to be targeting our speech to the listener, not just trying to hear our own voice. And I think if we do that, we'll get more success in the things that matter to us. I'll get more success in the things that matter to me, and you will get more success in the things that matter to you. And that will give you opportunity to give other opportunities to people around you. It gives you opportunity to be, well, as I've said before, amazing. And on that note, see you later.